Hey, what's up guys? It's me, Juan Pablo from 100% Finance at 100%finance.com. Mr. Cashflow, Mr. Passive Income, the people's mentor. I got what you need to succeed. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I appreciate your viewership. The topic of discussion for today is 5 ways, yes, 5 ways you can get paid off a multifamily syndication. Real estate, we're talking about the big deals here. 5 units and up. Many people are confused first and foremost on what I mean by multifamily. They think I mean a 2-unit, 3-unit. No. In the mortgage world, anything from 1 unit, single family in other words, to 4 units, a quadplex in other words, is considered residential. Everything from 5 units and up is considered commercial. So for the emphasis or the focus for today's discussion, we're talking about commercial properties only. Multifamily, okay? Tenants. Alright, you got it? Good. 5 units and up. So these are 5 ways. One of the reasons why I prefer commercial over residential, 1 to 4 units, is because you can get paid multiple ways. And you can be a bit more creative where structuring the financing is concerned. And plus, the lenders, the underwriters for the mortgage are less stringent. If all this stuff sounds like a foreign language, just watch this stuff over and over. Watch the other videos. And once you listen to it and watch it and read it, it sinks in deep to the point you understand it. Now, if you don't understand it, then by all means, that's why we have our products such as ebooks and coaching to further your understanding so you can quit your 9 to 5, quit your day job, and be a full-time real estate investor. So I know what you might be thinking, right? Well, this guy's on YouTube a lot. More than likely, he's just getting paid off YouTube and not real estate. More than likely, he's just selling books and coaching programs and not closing deals. Incorrect. Not true. False facts. Alright? None of that stuff is true. I have a 9-unit apartment building under contract as we speak, as of today's date. Today is October 1st at the time it's recording. So you might see this later YouTube. It just takes a while for editing and so forth. But I'm expected to close on this 9-unit by next week. Hopefully at the latest around the 5th, but we'll see. Cross my fingers. But I have a 9-unit under contract and I'm doing this with partners. Okay? So I'm active in investing in real estate. I'm an active real estate investor in other words. Alright? And I do online entrepreneurship. And people also ask, well, how are you able to do both? I'm just great at time management. Not to sound arrogant or cocky or pat myself on my back, but as you begin to grow in business and you have so much things on your plate, you have to be very great at time management. If you personally suck at it, you better have someone on your team like a personal assistant or virtual assistant, VA, or PA, whatever you want to call it, or some type of technology to manage your time effectively. So that's what I'm great at, time management. Cheers to me, right? But cheers to you for coming across this video and learning more. You're investing in your future. You're going to be financially independent. Believe that. I believe that in you. I had the same desire. Started off broke without money, but I had a burning desire to be a successful real estate investor. And I kept at it. So I say burning desire because you will face trials, tribulations, setbacks, frustrations, anxiety. You might get worried. It's all good. You have to keep going, alright? So just keep going so you can live that lifestyle, financial free independence. So let's get to the topic, alright? Meat and potatoes, 5 ways to get paid from a multifamily syndication. Number 1 is GP, general partner. So when you structure a deal together, you're considered a general partner, like I am, right? So I brought the deal together. I brought the partners, I know the attorneys, the real estate agents, the brokers, and so forth. So being that I'm just putting this deal together, and I also be doing the due diligence, just fact checking, making sure all the numbers are accurate, right? Because you always got to do your due diligence, feasibility studies. I get paid for that. And I'll get a percentage of equity, in other words, just for being the general partner, okay? So I'm going to go through this quickly. Next thing is a limited partner. A limited partner is someone who just brings the cash to the table. So they're limited in regard to their risk is concerned. The general partner bears the risk because they're putting all the work together. The limited partner, their risk is minimized. And I'm talking about a syndication, I'm talking about a limited partnership in other words. It's different in different states, meaning what it's called, but in the state I invest in, I normally do limited partnerships, okay? So just check with your attorney if you need clarification about what's the preferred entity to hold a property in your state? Because they always vary. You know, people always ask me, well, what's the preferred way to own a property in my state? Well, I'm not an attorney, brother. I'm not a lawyer, sister. That's why they went to school for many years, to make that determination for you. That's what I do. I have a network, a team, my homies who are attorneys, right? You better advise me. So make sure you get your team established as well. So a syndication is you're pulling all these things together, okay? Again, it could be called different things in different states, but just for entertainment purposes only, educational purposes only, we're going to call it a syndication, okay? So a limited partner is a person who just pushed the cash up. That's it. Hey, here's $20,000, invest, I want my return. That's simple. So they have equity, ownership, and they get a return on their investment. Acquisition fee, that's another way you can get paid. So in this 9-unit that I'm doing, right, I am the general partner, obviously. I am the limited partner as well. I like to put my cash up because I like to show my investors that, hey, if there's risk involved, I'm going to bear the risk too. Not only am I putting my time up, I'm putting my cash as well to let you know that I'm fully invested in this deal and our partnership. So I'm fully invested in you as well. Acquisition fee, so being that I structured this deal, put together, at closing, I get a nice fat check. And that's what I always say to people who wholesale properties. Why wholesale properties if you can structure the deal together and get your wholesale fee at closing and still keep the property? Get paid from a limited partnership and general partnership. But it takes a bit more business acumen, a bit more business savvy, a bit more learning to learn how to do this. So that's what I do pretty much full time. I just structure deals together and I do the same old cookie cutter approach to make it very easily because I don't want it to be time consuming. That's the great thing about real estate investing. It doesn't require too much of your time. You do have to bring this to the table though, but it's not too time consuming. Not at all. And some of you guys might know that on a lower scale, let's say you have a single family, it's not like your tenant's going to be calling you every single day. The only time they call you is if they don't have the money, hopefully, or they just, you know, have a repair that's needed. But if you give them a nice property and you screen your tenants properly, it should be pretty much hands off. But you'll also get paid an acquisition fee at closing. Now the percentages of all these things, well, how much do I get paid as a general partner for structuring the deal? Well, what about limited partnerships? How do I structure how much a partnership get? If they get $20,000, how do I know to make the determination of how much equity they should get and how much cash they should get from the return? Are those mutually exclusive? Yes, they are. But how do I structure that? And how do I know how to structure my acquisition fee? Is it a percentage of the purchase price or what should I do? All that's in the coaching program, in the book, as well as in our ebooks and so forth, all right? If you want the particulars, what I'm doing today on YouTube, just give you an overview. You will want more in depth, invest in your own future. I give a lot of content out for free on YouTube, so I'm not obligated to give you everything, all right? If you want additional information, you want to live that lifestyle, just make an investment in your future. It's that simple, okay? Next thing is a lender. So this is a new strategy I applied. If I say, you know what? I'm also going to invest money as a lender, just like seller financing. I'm also going to put more of my money to the table, but I'm doing this as a loan to the business, in which the business will pay me back. So the name of the company is 100% financing. You're getting an income-producing asset, this multifamily property, using little to none of your own cash. And if you're using little to none of your own cash, you're financing it 100%. You're going to have a lot of loans out there. And yes, you can still make money off borrowed money. I get a lot of comments on YouTube. Oh, this guy's full of crap. You can't make money off borrowed money. Okay, but I have the time to do all these videos, and I do these tours, and national speaker and author. I have some credibility, brother. Okay? No one's trying to scam you. You can check our playlist for testimonies on YouTube, our testimony playlist. You can also check facebook.com/100% finance for testimonies as well. The stuff works. You just got to bring this to the table. That's all. Using debt strategically to make yourself wealthy. That's what I did. So I do the lender approach as well. I'll lend money and get a return on that. Why? Interest. Why? Because we're financing 100%. So if I'm bringing my cash, my savings, then I'm going to do this, structure it into this syndication as a loan. Again, if you don't understand it, that's cool. We're actually having a class at the time of this recording for those of you on Facebook. You can follow me on Facebook at facebook.com/100% finance. We're doing a webinar tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in which I'm going to go over this in depth. So you want to know percentages, you want to see the deal, the live case study that I'm actually going to be doing. That's tomorrow. So, you know, just go to the links below just to learn more. I'll place it at the end of this comment for Facebook, okay? But for you guys, you should be able to catch it later. Just check the links below for YouTube, okay? But you can get a loan, and that's what I did with this 9-unit. I put up some of my cash, and the business, the real estate syndication, is going to pay me back interest plus principal at a certain period of time. And last, if you have your own property management company like I do as well, I manage my units plus the units of others for a fee, of course, then you can get paid as being the property manager. So by structuring a syndication, you can get paid off 5 ways. General partner, limited partner, acquisition fee, a lender if you lend your own money, as well as being the property manager. And again, if you want more information on how to do this in detail, because this video is not just going to be enough. You know, this is just a tip of the iceberg, but you need more in depth. You need to know how to structure this stuff properly, and knowing all the percentages, the numbers, the math, in other words, all right? Just check the links below to learn more. So as always, guys, this is to your success. Continue to earn passively and live passionately. That's our tagline. And if you found value, just do me a favor. Like it. Share it. Subscribe. It's all to your benefit and to the benefit of your circle. Okay, don't just be a viewer here. Be a doer. Don't just be a viewer. Be a doer. Do something about this information that you received today. All right? Take care. As always, to your success. Peace.